Hi, Teaquilters. It's T with Teaquilts, and it is, let's see, let's cheat. Saturday, June 13th, 2026. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for 2 hours live sew and chat. And I'm also live on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour live chat. And I also have a Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC, that you can request to join. And you have to answer 4 questions before you gain admission. If you don't see those 4 questions, just back out, then come back in. And it will tell you that you need to answer the 4 membership questions. So, let's see. In the chat today, we have Sue GSD. She says, "This is it, T. Quilters, 32 days into the most remarkable retreat reunion of all times. Yep, a month away. Please give T a thumbs up for her fabulous team and all the support you can." So it's actually 31 days. I see she's written below that. So yeah. I got a lot to do in 30 days. So we're going to be working on that. Darcy Savali is also saying that if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, on my YouTube page, make sure that you subscribe and then hit the bell so that you receive notifications. So thank you, Darcy. Remo JS is here reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, I'm going to hit it now. Hit the thumbs up button for me, please. I would really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much. And Deborah Quilts is here. Got to see her today. Vivian Calvy's here. Let's see. Let's see. Celeste Reese is here. Hey, Celeste. And Vanita Nance, Sandy Agger, saying her rent is paid. That means she has hit the thumbs up button. So thank you, thank you. Sue Allen is here. Linda Parrish. Lana Dean. Phyllis G. Shelly Van Sly. Slikey, I guess. Sorry. So yeah. That's what we have today is I'm working on some of my cave projects. I had put these projects up. One, because I needed to lay it out and just never did lay it out, and I didn't even think about it until I came live. So I actually laid it out today. And then another one because I didn't like the border, but I'm just going to go ahead and sew this on here. I don't even know if I have the whole border sewn or not, but we're going to figure all of that out today. So that's this one over here that needs a border. This one right here that needs blocks sewn together. And there is no sashing. There technically isn't a border or anything to this. It's just these blocks get sewn together. So we'll save that one and start with this one here, see where we are. And I might want to just go ahead and cut this iron on so it can be heating up. Move my remote control. Let's see. Recently coming in is C Joy Creations, Joy Sterling, Holly Duvall, Sheila Willis, Cheatham Gale, Chaplain Gale. That's what she's saying in her comment. And Clarice Miller also. Sharon Lewis is here, I'm assuming. I didn't see her name, but people are saying hi to her. So Sharon's here. And I think, Jester Creative Space. So welcome everybody. So this is a scrap club project. I don't give the names of scrap club projects. But this is a scrap club project that's in person. So I have this here that I need to put borders on. I really like the simplicity of this. I like the simplicity of this one. But I didn't like the borders, and I still got masking tape on here. This has been on here since February. I need to get it off. I did not like that the borders didn't line up with the squares for this particular size. If you did another size, it did line up. And I just was trying to use up some of my smaller pieces, so that's why this is just squares and half square triangles, my smaller pieces. So when I got these borders done, they were not quite, I think I need to press them. I'm looking now, and I see plenty of wrinkles. So, well, not plenty of wrinkles. I see where I have sewn seams and have not pressed them because I laid it out on the floor and noticed at retreat that they didn't match up. So, yeah, but we're going to go ahead and just get this done. If I get it together and I really, really hate it, I'll just, it'll be a donation to somebody or a sale quilt, it'll still be pretty when it's quilted. But so I'm going to work on this. Hi, Raven Overton. Welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for commenting. Claudette Hall, welcome to the chat. She said, I only mentioned Chaplin, so you know who I am, right? And I do remember that part. You got that right. My finger is doing good. I still, when I'm up, especially when I'm around needles and moving stuff, doing stuff, which I'm doing a lot. I'll talk about my day here in a minute, but I just want to protect this finger because it's still sore. So I'm hoping today will be my first day that I'm going to try to sleep with just a Band-Aid. I don't know if I'm going to try to sleep without all of it. We'll see. If I was not here from 8 to 10, then I would have had this already done. I would have had this off, but I knew I was coming live. And so I just decided I'll wait. So I've had this one on all day. Today, I went to the So Busy Quilt Guild meeting today. So I do have the borders labeled left, right, top, and bottom. So that's good. I don't have to figure that out. So I'm very, very happy about that. So this is a right border. So I may as well just put this right here for a minute because I'm going to be pinning it on. And I may as well just look for the left and deal with that. And wait on the top and bottom, huh? Let's see. That's top and bottom. So now we'll deal with the left and right. Hold on, excuse me. I got sinus, so I'm crying from my sinuses. Dorsey says, I broke a finger once and wrapped it with hockey tape to make a cast. I don't know anything. I've never used hockey tape. No, nothing about that. Lana's asking, do I have a video on how I do miter corners? I have shown how to do miter corners on... I went to the All Iowa Shop Hop, and I think it was that colorful quilt that I had a panel in the middle. And then I had rainbow colors. I have a video that's showing you how I did those miter corners, I think. I'm pretty sure I got something out there. So today I had that. That was all day. Well, it goes from... We start at 11 and go to like 4 to 5. And I was there till about 4:30. And What else did I do? Oh, talking about what else did I do? This finger. The reason my finger's wrapped up, I think I talked about this Wednesday, but we actually finished putting some shelving on one side of the trailer, and I think, which I'm not worried about right now. I wasn't really worried about the shelving, but I decided, before retreat, but I decided if you put the shelving up, you can put more stuff in there just to get it off of my surfaces now. So I haven't put anything back. We've had rain every day. I just finished the trailer shelves yesterday. It took us 3 days for a YouTube video that told us it would only be 2 hours. But those people are professionals. They are liars too. Do not tell beginner people that this is a 2-hour job. It makes you feel bad. And I kind of knew what I wanted, but it was just a process of executing. And I could have done most of it by myself. My husband did all the cutting because I told him what I wanted cut. But I wasn't strong enough to like hold that stuff up by myself or to get it up, especially when I started going up. The first shelf was the easiest one because it wasn't over our head. But after that, them shelves are heavy. And too heavy for you to be trying to hold over your head. So I was basically making the shelves. My husband was cutting. And then when I needed help, like he was the muscle, like force this in here type thing. And I did the shelving two types of ways, where I made the entire shelf flat on the ground. And then one time I said, okay, let's try making it so that I don't put the front part of the shelf on until it's up there because it'll be lighter. That didn't work. Oh, Lord Jesus. I just realized now that these blocks are lining up with my blocks, but the square itself is not lining up with the quilt, which means I should have pressed my seams in the opposite direction. So I guess I'm going to be folding them back the other way as I'm pinning here, because I just pressed them anyway. I didn't know they was going to line up. They are lining up to the seams in my blocks. So I may have to press. Wait a minute. This one is not. I don't know what's up with that. See, confusing. Very confusing. But then it lines back up down here. I got one block that's not lining up. So I'm going to see if that's how it's supposed to go on this other end. Yep. So, of course, only one of them was pressed the same way, because I pressed these blocks anyway in the quilt top. But it's okay. I'll press them back when I go to press the seam. All right, that's the same over here. It's very weird you don't realize you use stuff until you actually injure something. Okay. And then I'm just going to have to go in here. There is no matching seam. I don't know what's up with that. But it does not match on this side. And one set of blocks don't have a matching seam across from it. Go figure. So that's basically all that I have done, is worked on the trailer, and then Home Depot runs and things like that. That's the closest home improvement store closest to me with wood. Anyway, I got other ones. I don't have, no, that's the closest hardware store, period. I have a Harbor Freight, but they don't sell wood. So I did that. I haven't put anything in the trailer. I need to start finalizing. See, there's no seam there either. I need to start finalizing things that need to happen for retreat. So that's my next thing to do. It just depends on how much rain we have, because I have to look at our rain. I have to look at our weather forecast. Like, I got these boxes here that actually go inside the trailer for retreat. So that's why they're still here. It's like I have nowhere to put you without it being in the way. So okay, we can sew the two sides. Let's see who else has come in. I can't see. I have to tilt this down. Bonita talking about how are my peeps are so busy. We had a meeting. We talked about, I don't think a lot of people, well, I think the thing is, we have one person that doesn't say anything, and really two that don't say anything, and then the other 3 or 4 that are vocal. Other 3 were okay with us going back to the place. And I am not. I was vocal with the no, but and we only received 4 surveys back, and those people, for the most part, I think 3 said yes and 1 said no. But we're having a problem. We do like consistency in retreat locations so that we don't have to be figuring out where we're going every year. So that's part of the problem. But that's what's been happening the last 1, 2, 3 years. We've been in 3 years, we've been in 3 different places. One place was just too far, like the location, like the amenities. It's set up for quilts. It's at the quilt shop, set up for quilters. It was just a 3-hour ride away from my house. So, from all of our houses, 3 hours. So that kind of just didn't work. And I'm still sitting up here about to cry, y'all. I don't know why my eye all of a sudden decided to start running. Hold on. I don't really want to put my fingers. I put lotion in my hands and I don't want it in my eyes. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to look at some other places we haven't been, or one place we haven't been to in a long time that we used a different location, and the new location other people said was really nice. So we're going to check some stuff out. It's just going to be, we don't know yet. The problem is most of the quilt retreat places are on the west side of the state and not on this side of the state. We also looked into Illinois as well. We were Googling. We haven't looked at anything. We were Googling today. So we're going to check out some places and see what we can come up with. Somebody suggested moving it to April, since all of us are now retired. We had it in May in the Memorial Day weekend because people were working. We had 2 people that were still working, and it was easier for them to get a long weekend off if we did it on a holiday weekend. And knowing that Memorial Day holiday always fell on a Monday, which means you were guaranteed to have a long weekend. So people were talking about, we got, all of us are in various groups together, and or they attend the Teaquilts retreat. Everybody but one attends the Teaquilts retreat. So we were talking about maybe, and we also are part of a larger guild, all of us but 2. So we have a retreat in February, and they were suggesting maybe putting 2 months in between a retreat. So maybe April for So Busy, and then June or July for Teaquilts retreat. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's happening. Just discussions, no decisions. But if we're having it in April, you almost need to be having a place if you're talking about moving it up. So I don't know what's gonna happen. We found some places we really like, so we just need to. We even talked about going to Mercy. So that's a suggestion too, because this is a smaller group. There's plenty of room for us in these. We don't tend to go over 18 people at the most. So we'd have plenty of room. Let's see. Hi, Michelle the Quilter. Welcome. Lana says, thank you. I will look for it. I'll try to see if I can find it at some point. Simplicity. I'm going to read the pattern because I skipped passing it because of the picture didn't look simple. This is pretty simple. It was actually fun and quick to piece. I just got to the border, laid it out, and realized it wasn't equal with my rows. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. But I think Kevin did a different size and his lined up. On Betsy, she did a dark background. It didn't show up as bad. So I'm hoping that mine won't show up even though I'm using a light background. I just had this beautiful print and I thought it would look really pretty with my cave prints. So that's what I did. Oh, there it is. I thought I had lost the pen. Like, I gotta go over that pen because the seam would have flipped back. Right here and right there. Take that pen out. All right. Michelle Lagerford, I'm assuming. Where is the best affordable online prices for fabric for quilting that you shop at? I do a lot of sales at Hancock's of Paducah because they will have either $6 or $7 per yard. I just shop their sale fabrics. Unless I'm looking for something in particular, I don't normally shop for fabric at regular price. And if it's something like grunge that you're not going to get at $6 or $7 a yard, I try to be around the $10 yard price, with fabric now being anywhere from $13 to $15 per yard for fabric. So mostly Hancock's of Paducah. Also, Quilt in a Day has good sales. That's another place that I would shop at. Other places I've had, like, my tea quilters know what I like to purchase. And so sometimes some of them will send me, when some of their stores that they have or use have a sale, they will send me notice. And so I don't really shop at those on a regular basis. But I do remember one time getting some fabric from Splash Fabrics, but I don't remember what I bought. I don't know if I bought speckled fabric or grunge, but it probably was one or the other. And right now, that's the only one that I can think of. And I'm sure there are some others because I get emails from them, but I haven't been really going into stuff because I've been really, really busy. So, water's almost gone out of here. Okay, let's see if I can press these seams. That one's going the right way, so that was 2 going the right way. Uh-oh, my scalp itched all of a sudden. That one doesn't have one, so that's good. And this one needs to be pressed the other way. Is it one more? Yep, needs to be pressed the other way. But my go-to when I'm looking for something on sale, if I need sale fabric, my go-to is Hancock's of Paducah. Quilt in a Day. Those 2. And I only shop the sale sections. Let's see. June Hanson is here. Happy birthday, June. Today is her birthday. Nikki B. Quilts is here. Hey, Nikki, welcome to the chat. Sue says the shelving looks great. I'm sure nobody will hire us to do their shelving, but we got it done. That's the main thing. We got it done. And I was going to put shelving on the other side and then thought maybe I might want to do a flip-up table. And then, like, if somebody in my family might need it to move a mattress or something like that, you know, I've got the space to do that. If I put shelving on the other side, I'll just have a very narrow walkway, which if I need more storage, I might end up doing. I'm sure my husband's like, yeah, right. But it wouldn't be going all the way up the wall because I also have on the other wall, I have my spare tire for the trailer. So it needed a home too. So it's hanging on the wall. Okay. Okay. Where's my other? All the way over here, I guess. This is the one that probably has the most, that all of them need to be flipped the other way. Not the first one. So let's just set the seam. You quit. You're holding the quilt you're holding look like an Irish chain. It really isn't. But if you know, it could be something similar. It's not an Irish chain though. Clovis Gardner is here. Welcome, Clovis, to the chat. I think that's it. Nope. Hold on. I thought I was done. Celeste says, love the earrings. Thank you. My earrings are made by a lady in Canada. And I didn't have them on earlier today because I was just, you know, it's a so busy club. So I just put them on because I feel naked if I don't put something dangling when I come in here if my hair is up. So I don't feel right up here. So I just put them on for the day. Remo is reminding you guys, especially people just came in, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would really appreciate it. And Darcy is right behind her. Okay, just took my chat away. Um, love the quilt that you're working on tonight. Thank you, Clovis. Donette Branson's here. Welcome to the chat. Francis Jackson, welcome, welcome. Darcy, I have a Menards, Home Depot, and a Lowe's by me, but no quilt shops. uh-uh. I just have to drive. Home Depot is closed. I have to drive to everything else. It's going to be 20 minutes or more to get to Lowe's or Menards. And I have a Harbor Freight that's only like maybe 5 minutes from the Home Depot because of how you have to get to it in traffic. Um, they emailed out maybe you didn't get it. Maybe you didn't get the survey. They sent the survey out to everybody that according to Cynthia. I asked her if you had sent it in and she said no. But I did tell them, and then they go, well, if you're not here, you don't have a vote. If your survey is not in, you don't have a vote. Because I didn't do a survey. I didn't care. I was not filling it out because, and I told them, I'm an adult. I'm only one person in this group. If you all want to go back there, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Uh, I will make a decision at that time whether I will be attending or not, and it's fine. Even though it's my group, maybe I'll come and sew for the day and go home. I don't know, but I told him I was on medication the entire time for my sinuses. That's what kind of screwed me over was the medication. Okay, instead of them lining up, it kind of looks like they're in the middle. So this might work if they're all in the middle. In the middle. So that's cool. And then I need to take all of these, I'm going to take off this tape on everything but the left and right. I'm going to pull off all of this tape because this tape's been on here since February. Lots of threads, y'all. And then I have to press the top and bottom border. I was trying to make sure I didn't get any of these blocks mixed up when I was doing it, but I only had enough background fabric. I wish I could have made this bigger because I really like it, but I didn't have enough background fabric to do that. If I made it to the next size, I was going to run out at some point. And I even recycle fabric to even do this. Like I had cut pieces left and I sewed those pieces together because I knew you weren't going to see it because I have a busy background. But I had to sew some stuff together just to use what I had cut. I don't know if I can't remember now if I cut it wrong or if I was just trying to save fabric. I think I was just trying to save fabric, but that's been a long time ago. So I will show you because it looked like it's falling in the middle, which might work. Instead of a full block down, it's like a half block down. So trying to get this tape. Give me a moment. Every block has a piece of tape on it, so. I was at retreat and it was on the floor, so I was getting up and down, and in case somebody moved something, I was trying to make sure I put tape everywhere to know where stuff went. Didn't want any happy accidents, okay? Or unhappy ones. But here's the border. You can see how this block here, instead of stepping down full or being in line with a block, it's like half of a block because it's the same size here as it is here. So that's what I didn't like, but hopefully it'll work out. I can deal with the half step. It doesn't look bad right now. All right, I'm going to press the top and bottom borders here. Oh, I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to not press. Maybe that's why I didn't press. And press them. Because I don't think this stuff is all going one direction. Let's see. Let's check it out. I just pressed outwards. So what's going on after that? Oh, Lord Jesus. This one here is different because, no, it has sashing there too. I don't know. I don't know, man. See, I don't know where I'm lining up. I'm just going to press. And if I have to press it back, that's fine. Or not. So I just pressed out. So I'm going to press this in. I keep losing my chat here. Tracy Middlebrook. Hi, T. Are we having a scrap club via Zoom tomorrow? Yes, ma'am. Second Sunday. Thanks for the reminder. Helena, welcome to the chat. And then she talk about, do I get a vote? Benita. They sent it to you. I can't help you after that. Cynthia was the survey person. Because they were immediately talking about it afterwards and talking about that it'll be great to come back. The staff was really nice. I didn't have a problem with the staff. I felt like it was too small. Plus, our other guests were on a very small table. I didn't like that either. We needed more big tables. And to put 2 people on a small table was bad. What else? And right here. Press this in. I'm just pressing everything one way and it's gonna all be going the wrong way, but that's okay. It is okay. This is the bottom. I can't even tilt this down. I thought y'all could see. Hold on. People that don't like motion sickness, I'm sorry. I can't even grab it because of this finger, okay? I don't know if it's gonna have room to get in there. Hold on. I'm trying to get... How come you can't see my workspace? You usually can see my workspace. Now it's not in there. Oh, it's even going in closer. That's what it is. All right. I'm like, why can't you see my workspace? All right. All that for nothing. I thought it was my stand had got adjusted. All right. Did I miss somebody? Mimi? Did I miss a Mimi? Sometimes I don't see it. I can't find it. Oh, it's Mimi Butter. Hi, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you coming and commenting. I did skip it. Thank you, June. Says she likes the quilt I'm working on. Renee White's here. Welcome to the chat, Renee. And Paula S is here. T, are we having our Zoom meeting tomorrow? Yes, we are. That's from Francis. Gail says, I'm coming through St. Louis Tuesday night, headed to Kansas City, MO, for our 10th anniversary. That's cool. She says, there are a few ladies that come from STL to our retreat. I saw Leela in your 2022 video that popped up. Leela came to 2022 and maybe 2024 retreat. So yeah, she's been to 2. You're welcome, Michelle. Hi, Dolores Phelps. Welcome to the chat. My finger is doing great. It's actually healing, but when I'm around needles and stuff like that, I'm just trying to keep it protected at this point. So I'm gonna try to remember to see if I can just sleep with a Band-Aid, see how that goes. And then if that goes fine, then I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off at night. But I'm doing too much, and I'm dealing with cardboard, which is I got messed up with wood, so I'm not trying to do that again. So anything I'm messing with, I'm trying, and then I'm gonna be putting stuff hopefully onto the shelves in the trailer. So I'm gonna be it's not we have not sanded any wood, okay. So yeah, I want to make sure I don't hit it or get something else in it. So I've been trying to keep it covered while I'm moving around, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's my problem, is that I had gloves too, and I did not put the gloves on. I'd have the gloves on, take the gloves off because it was hot outside, or I thought I didn't need it on this particular part. I got all kind of little wood cuts on my hands, on the tips of my fingers and stuff. It's like, girl. But yeah, but you know, I'm just busy working, ain't even paying attention. I get stuff happening to me and I don't feel it because I'm doing something. And then when I stop is when I feel that I've hurt myself. Long as I'm busy doing something, I don't feel it. So all right. This is the top. Have you thought about getting a metal shelf unit? Yes, I did. And none of the shelf units fit within the constraints of getting it to bolt to the, what do you call them? The anchors, whatever. They're not anchors. They're like the studs. They're metal studs. And none of the things that I saw went to that. And then the shelves we built were better for a trailer than putting a metal shelf in there, because the metal shelves, they were 72 inches tall, which was the max height of my trailer in the center. Okay, so yeah. So they were either going to be too short, too small. And then what I did was I ended up using just an 8-foot board. And so I made 8-foot shelving. There was no way I was going to find metal shelves that were going to bolt be in the right place to bolt, so that I wasn't going to be blocking a shelf that I couldn't use because of how it was located in there. Because I still had to figure out how to bolt it, not only to that, but to anchor it to the floor. It's a lot to think about. It's making shelves on. You got to remember, this is not your basement. This is going to be moving. So it was so many different things that I had to consider when doing the shelves. So that was the problem. That's why I got those uprights to hold the shelf on the outside. Because we didn't want all that stuff bouncing around in the trailer. So this is not lining up, y'all. I'm just gonna go down here to this corner. Put this corner on here. This stuff is crazy. And then I'm just gonna probably take out these pins if this did line up. Cause some of it don't line up, y'all. Some of it don't have. I've told you in the middle, it seemed like that seam doesn't match. Maybe that's the problem. I be trying to match it to a seam and it has no seam to match to. Okay. It would be easy to unbolt to remove if you need to move a larger object. Sue, you're giving me advice on something that I've already done. And there is no way in HE double hockey sticks that I'm taking any of that stuff out of there. Period. So, people move, they have boxes, so they can use the shelves for the boxes. Yeah, it's mine. So they have to work around what I have, not me work around them completely. Like I'm thinking I'm just gonna get like I have folding tables in there now, that are down, not up. But I travel with folding tables anyway. And so I think what I might want to do is install one of those hinge tables. So I'm not putting up a folding table if I ever decide I need a table, like if I'm trying to sort something in there, because that's kind of what I'm about to do now. Is I'm going to be, and I can sort outside long as it's not raining, because it's a good time of year for me to do that. Trying to see where my seam, because I had to piece some stuff together. Yeah, have to make sure I'm at the right place. So I'm going to be trying to sort into the trailer, into containers or boxes and stuff. So, but yeah, what I've already done, none of that's coming out. So there is absolutely no way. I had even thought about like purchasing like one of those different height desks. But if I was going to put it in the place where it's going to go, I got my tire there anyway. So it's not going to be able to go any higher than normal desk height anyway. So got my spare tire there, because God forbid trying to put it on the outside and you come home and it's gone. Don't want my spare tire gone. So I had to put that inside too. So we'll see. I got one side that I just can't stack. I got stackable stuff on one side. The other side is just going to be whatever it be, I guess. And I did keep some wood scraps so that if I want to put up, say, like if I do the hinge table, then I can use the scraps to make little places in the floor that I can keep that stuff sturdy, let that table up, and then I can use it on top as well. But that's a whole nother issue for another day. I'm not even thinking about that. I didn't think I was gonna get any shelves in for a retreat, but it's like it'll be best if I had some in. So trying to do what's best. I just got to figure out where stuff is going in there now. Ugh, sinuses are not good whenever I've been outside. So today, so they're just not cooperating. Uh-oh, I got my thread out of the needle. All right, so let's start sewing this top and bottom, and we're going to be done with this one. And then I have another project to work on. All right, let's see. Jacqueline Mason, welcome to the chat. She says, your hair is gorgeous. I'm loving your quilt. Thank you to both. My hairdresser did my hair. I have been locking my hair. It's July like 5th or something like that will be 1 year. And so I was trying not to style my hair for 1 year just so that it could lock naturally. Because when you get a style, you should technically only leave a style in for 2 weeks. So a lot of people leave theirs in the entire time. I'm trying not to do that. So I really forced myself not to get any styles so that it could do what it needed to do. Bonita says, I'm allergic to something at that retreat center. You might want to go fill out your survey and just send it in, ma'am. Damali J, welcome to the chat. Thank you, saying I love the quilt. I keep losing my chat. So whenever you see me go up, I've lost my chat. Sandra Odham, welcome, welcome. Kevin the Quilter is here. Evening, Miss T and all Teaquilters. With Mama. Just listening tonight. Can't interact. See some of you very soon at retreat. Yes, indeed. Let's see. As of June 12, now I've been breast cancer free for 2 years. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Ray Mahone. You're late. Are you ready for the retreat? Absolutely not. Have you been listening to me, Remo? Hi, Janice Miller. Welcome to the chat. And I think I'm caught up now. All right. I can't remember if I sold the other side of this or not, or if I'm just starting. Let's see. I have not sold the other side of this. I'm just starting. Wishful thinking, right? Cray cray. Oh, I do have a. All right. So I'm just trying to get some of these things, get them to the point where at least they need to be quilted, because, you know, my stack of quilting is about 75 quilts or something ridiculous. I quilt everybody else's quilts. I don't quilt my own. Yeah. One other thing I've been like not mentioning it before is that I have been contacted by Quilt Folk. They are doing the Missouri quilters in the Quilt Folk magazine. Me and somebody else, I'm gonna let it be a surprise, in the So Busy group also got contacted. So there will be 2 of us in that magazine issue. So that's gonna be interesting. I have done like a telephone interview, and then they're gonna make some other dates. So I can order a Quilt Folks magazine, so maybe I might order some, and then you all can get them from me if you're not subscribed to the magazine. We'll see. I have to see what's going on with that. I don't even know what issue it's gonna be yet. I just know that they're working on the production at this point. So that's gonna be coming soon. Well, at some point. Soon could be a year. I don't know how far back they are. But it appears to me that everything with this company, with magazine companies, goes really, really fast. So I'm assuming it's going to be soon. Sooner than later, anyway. Okay, I just took a pen out. And I don't know where it went. And I don't want to accidentally find it, you know, like my foot or my thigh or something like that. But hey, we just keep moving at this point. I just know a pen did not make it into the pen cushion. I do know that. All right, let's get this side. Gotta find the top. Trying not to knock the pins out. Who is hi, Laurie Quilts. She's relaxing and watching me perform. Okay, that works too. Yeah, I got a whole lot of stuff I still need to do for retreat. I got so many things to do. Bus is taken care of. I'm concerned about our route a little bit because they're doing construction on Highway 70 and we need Highway 70. But I am going to let the bus driving company handle that. I will let them know. What's today? I'll let them know Monday. Because that'll be exactly 1 month away. So I'll let them know Monday what's going on. Okay. I got this pen right there. Hope it don't hit. Okay. Thank you for being nice. Had to take that one more stitch. I couldn't take it out. So bus stuff is done. I got to do paperwork for the place. Still. I'm looking for a piece of fabric I put up. I need it for retreat. So I need to find it. I need to cut some stuff for retreat because I thought I was going to cut Sunday, but I've been working on trailer stuff. Because we went Sunday and got all the wood from the Home Depot, and then not Sunday. What day did we go to Home Depot? Something happened where I didn't cut Sunday. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I know that. Just think, if we were meeting in June, this would have been our retreat week coming up. Tuesday, but it's not. Couldn't get dates in June at all. So, and I don't like July. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out something with retreat because June is a bad time to be renting stuff because of weddings and stuff like that. I can't believe people still spending that kind of money on weddings. But if they spending that kind of money on baby showers and all of that, I guess I can believe it. Okay. Because baby showers now are production. Save the dates or production. Gender reveals or production. So people are spending money on what they want to spend money on, I guess. But I can't believe people still spending. I mean, stuff is so expensive. We saw a retreat center and they said they handle any kind of private retreats, weddings and all of that. When they said weddings, I was like, we're not even calling them because they're going to be expensive. Anything wedding. Doris is reminding you guys to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you. On the scrap quilting club projects, I don't really say what they are. I know what the name of it is. So I'm just going to remove that. Because it's for scrap club people that have paid for the patterns. So that's why I don't tell what these patterns are. And I don't think I ever said I didn't know the pattern. I don't think recently. Maybe Betsy is looking at it from far back. Hello, everyone. Lost track of time. I read that one. Read that one. Yes, with autograph. Deborah Sims Brown, welcome to the chat. Celeste, congratulations. 1, keep me posted on the publishing date. Thank you, thank you. Bonita Tom, oh yes, with an autograph, the book. Right. Because if you get it from them, you're not going to get it. They really want me to advertise it on my social medias, but I'm not advertising anything until it's further through the process. So, they still got total control, and I'm over here advertising, so I'm not doing that until it's time. But I know some of you all wanted a little different, and I have ordered a few Quilt Folk magazines. I've shown you all in my checkers stuff. I've just ordered for myself. So but if you're already a subscriber, you'll be getting it already. Betsy, do you still subscribe to Quilt Folk magazine? I don't know where she's at. She could be, because she's talking about something I talked about a long time ago. I don't know if she's caught up with us yet. Can anyone join your scrap club at any time, or is there a specific time? This is the thing. I guess you could join late, but you just gonna be out on your own with the stuff that we've already done. So we're doing 6 projects a year in person and online, and only one pattern I made intentionally to go cross both clubs. So I had to come up with 11 projects, and I didn't even come up with the via online. I only came up with one project. Most of the people, sometimes I don't do this all the time, so don't get spoiled. If people suggest something to me, I will sometimes take that suggestion because you're in the club, you paid your money. I figure, okay, it'll motivate you to get it done. Other times I can't do them, but I try to do it. If I got something already planned and pulled, like I did have stuff planned, I just let it go and did what the people recommended this year. So sometimes I do that, because that must be something that they want to do, and then maybe they will do it. So that I prefer people to get in at the beginning, because then I'm only sending information out once. Because I send all the stuff out for the year, because you've already paid for the year. And then every other month, then I go into some suggestions if I have any, if I'm doing it or have done it. Sometimes I don't do every project because I just don't have time. But that doesn't mean I don't like them. But I've been trying really hard this year to do more of the projects. So that's why you all have been seeing, this is where my year of CAFE has been coming in. And even on my own personal projects, I still been trying to add the year of CAFE in whenever I can. But I'm trying to do a year of CAFE, just trying to use some of my CAFE fabric, but that's not even going to do anything because they had such a good sale at Oh So Personal that I went over there and bought all kinds of fabric, CAFE fabric. So I have not even decreased my stash. I have increased my stash. So, but yeah, but at least I'm doing a year of it, and I'm going to have a whole lot of projects. And then what I might end up doing is making like a lecture out of the stuff that I have. So at some point I will sit down and quilt these quilts, because I might end up doing a lecture on just CAFE quilts that I've used, or things that I've used CAFE fabric in. You just never know. It's just like a little like a what do you call it? Just a show and, like a show and tell, but that's not what you call it. A trunk show. A trunk show. That's it. All right. That's pressed. This bottom is pressed. And this is how the corners now look, guys. Right here. So that's kind of how it's looking. It looks cute. I do like it. I think laying on the floor in pieces, I was not happy about them not meeting up. But the half block drop is okay. It's half blocked everywhere. It's not like it changes. So that's good. I'm okay with that. I don't even know what size this is. It's the smallest size on the pattern because of the background fabric amount. But I'm really happy with that. That is complete. All I got is those last 4 pieces of tape on there. I can take off probably 3, but I'll do that later. Let's see. Deborah says that her quilt guild is in Quilt Folks this issue, so that's cool. I don't know if I send me the issue number, Deborah. If you have it, just type it in here and I'll try to remember. I'll take a photo of it on my phone. So yeah, Zandra says a pretty quilt. Thank you. Thank you, Benita. Says great job and got it done. Right. Something off the to-do list. Number 2 project. This is not a scrap club project. I will tell you the name of this soon as I can get what I need out of here. So hold on a minute. I need this one. And this one right here. And then I'm going to close this up so they don't get out of order. I got them in order, sort of, kind of. Okay. Thank you. Because I have to see if I got it. Sometimes, like, I don't get my magazine until I place another order. So then they just hold it until I place another order. So I just want to make sure I get it. So thank you so much on like the background fabric. Thank you, Celeste. Very nice scrap quilt. I like it. Yes. So now I'm working on another quilt that I'm using Kaffee fabrics. I used like a layer cake, and the layer cake had repeats in it. So I was trying not to do, like, when I cut the layer cake for this piece, I was able to get 2 pieces. So this will repeat sometimes, but not all of them. And so I used 1 layer cake, but then I started using scraps because I didn't want all the fabrics to match. So it's really scrappy. This is not a layer cake quilt because I started with layer cake, but I only used 1 piece of the layer cake when they normally have 2 or 3 pieces of the same fabric. And so I used a lot more fabric than just a layer cake so that I didn't have to worry about a whole lot of repetitive piecing in here. So that's what I did on this one. This one is from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's a pattern that's available as a PDF payable download. It's called Scattered Stars. That's what this one is. Fat Quarter Shop. All right. And I'm just going to sew this. I don't know if anything this shouldn't have to match up anything, but if it does, we'll figure it out at that time. Now we're just going to sew these together. And I had started on this months ago and just never got it laid out. So I should be pinning, but I'm not. I'm going to start it. So about 1 inch. No, everything's nice and flat. Let me cut this thread, the starter thread. And then I'm going to put my ends together, line it up, and then just go to the middle. Right there. Sew to my finger. Got a net in here, fruit fly or something. They come in here because of all the lights when I come in here. Otherwise, it's dark and there's nothing in here. The light isn't on if I'm not in here. But I don't have all of these lights on when I'm in here sewing by myself. I just need them for recording purposes. That's one. Oops. Got threads everywhere, y'all. Everywhere there's threads. So I'm just sewing these blocks together. I looked to see if it had sashing, because I couldn't even remember what I was doing. It does not even have sashing, y'all. So it doesn't even have a border. So, and I can't remember if this quilt came in different sizes. I know I've seen it with 12 blocks. I made 20 blocks, but I can't remember right now. That's 2. Trying to make sure I get the right number. Cause K fabrics are thinner. They're very thin. That's new fabric. I got old K fabric that is thicker than this. But it was from when they first came out. Maybe was with, I don't know who they were with. They were with Free Spirit. I forget who they were with first. Cause Tula was with them too. And they both went to Free Spirit. Tula at one point was with Moda, wasn't she? But not Cave. I can't remember. It's been a long time, y'all. I can't remember. But fabric was thicker too when I first started buying Cave fabric. Okay. I'm just hoping that when I do have a rectangle that it's not touching the same fabric, you know. I hope I laid it out right, but we'll deal with all of that if it happens. Okay. My Lana says, I am a Quilt 4 subscriber, a Quilt Folk subscriber. I think it just changed it for her. All right. Uh-oh, now I got a whole fly in here, y'all. Her buzzing. Definitely can't have that. Okay. So this together. Put the ends together. Go in the middle. What time is it? 9:14. Have to keep track of time, y'all. Remo's reminding you guys to hit the thumbs up button, and I guess so is Darcy. Hold on. I just put some tape on her real quick. Have to make sure they both upright. My tape markings. All right. And that was a big old fly. He got to go before I go to bed. I am not playing with you. That's a whole different story than a gnat. I got to put out some more stuff for the gnats. I put it out and then it like congeals. I'm like, what? Where they do that at? Maybe I put too much sugar in it. It's all gelled up. So I got to make some more. All right, that's done. Cut that. Pull this back to the top. Open this up. And then get my next row of blocks here. Let's see. I got to get to the middle. And turn it the right side. Right way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the last one. So I'm just doing this so I keep them all in order. I can cut them apart and work with just one row at a time after that if I want to. Most times I don't take them apart, but I'm going to take them apart today. I don't feel like struggling with the weight while I'm with my finger, because it does want to participate and I'm not trying to let it. That's another reason to have it wrapped, is it keeps me from using it as much as I want to. Okay. To my fly buzzing, we can't have that here, right? He trying to bite me. Hi, Linda's Trendy Threads. Welcome, welcome to the chat. Says she's from Kentucky. I have been known to get in my car and drive to Hancock's up Paducah on a whim. It's like about 2 hours, 45-minute ride, 2.5, something like that. Depends on if you're doing the speed limit, you know. It's just basically straight through Illinois. Okay. This my bees. Yep, that's the bee. Not the flying bee, the ladder bee. If you drive to Hancock's of Paducah, you better ask the assistant if he can go too. You're busy. I said I have been known to do that on a whim. I didn't say I was. I don't have time to do nothing on a whim right before retreat. I do think this is the thing. There isn't many quilt shops that I'm aware of. I'm gonna have to look in. What city was that? I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm blocking my city names right now. I wasn't prepared for that. One year, I do think I'm just gonna take the Teaquilters to Hancock's of Paducah. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it next year. Who knows? I don't know. Or the year after that. But I do think I'm gonna do that. But the problem is that's a 3-hour ride, so 6 hours. And then from the retreat center about. And then we're on a bus, so we got to do 3 hours. And then I don't normally stop. I think we're going to have to stop, so that's going to make it take a little longer. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. And then trying to figure out where there are some other quilt shops along the way, because that's not the only one that I want to go to. And we will be at Hancock's when they open. So yeah, but that's something to think about too. I took them to Missouri Star one year. I'm not doing that one again. That was like almost 5 hours away. All right. I don't know if this one got twisted or what. Let's look for these alphabets. That's why you tag them. Yep. It won't get turned anymore. For the first two can twist on you, but after that, they don't twist. I got one more. Linda says she lives about 30 minutes from Paducah. Yeah. Come on, that's why you asked. Okay. Betsy's saying no, she don't. So she is behind us, y'all, on the chat. I kind of figured she was. Yeah. She's playing catch up. So let's see. How come I came Mount Vernon? Is there any quilt shops in Mount Vernon? Are there any Illinois people in here that live in the Mount Vernon just across the river from us? Are there any quilt shops in Mount Vernon? One of my moderators, can y'all search to see if there's quilt shops in Mount Vernon? Because we go straight through Mount Vernon. We'll have to hit it on the way back because they won't. We're not gonna wait to go. We're gonna be at Hancock's when they open, but we can come back and see if we can hit some quilt shops on the way back. Sue says I do the same with Marshall Dry Goods when we go to the cabin. Short 2-hour drive. Yeah, you have to make that type of stuff fit in. Yep. Marshall Dry Goods is like a 5-hour ride from St. Louis, and it's on back windy roads, but Missouri has a lot of windy roads too, so it's all the same. Marshall Dry Goods to me is harder to get to. Okay, Kevin says there's a few surrounding Mount Vernon, give or take 30 minutes. Okay. So we'd have to do a road trip to those in Mount Vernon. We don't even have to go all the way to Hancock's, I don't think. Well, we might. The next time we plan to do a trip like that. Because one of the reasons why we do the trip is that we also get to know how long it takes for travel. So that's one of the things that we do. We're clocking the time, and then we always go in to any place that we go to when we're doing a mock run of a bus trip. We're in a car, but we make sure we stay there an hour, as a minimum of an hour. So even if we're not buying a whole lot, we still just kind of hanging around in there trying to do an hour in the store, just so that we can kind of time the bus. You also get to know what the people are doing. You know, you're in there for a good chunk of time. So, and then I also talk to the owners at that time, but right before I leave, I ask for the owner or manager at that point, and then I talk to them and tell them what I'm doing after the fact. Because I just want to see how stuff is going, because I will tell you all, I have been to some places that I will not take you to. They were just outright rude. And I even had some people at one place that they treated me really good, but they know who I am. And they said that they were rude to them. Was that last year's bus trip? I can't remember if that was last year's or the year before. But somebody said, I think it was the year before, and somebody said that they were rude to them. I don't know. They've never been rude to me. They're not very, I don't think that as a whole they're friendly people, but if you talk to them, they're nice. Some people are not outgoing, but I don't know. But they said I had a couple of people that said it was bordering on rudeness, so I didn't know. But I've never gotten it there. What time is it? I'm just sewing. 9:25. I'm okay. Oh my goodness. Like, what time is it? Don't want to overstay my welcome. Let's see. No. Betsy says, my daughter always calls me during your YouTube chats. Sue says, no dedicated quilt shops in the Mount Vernon city limits. Okay, so we got to go to some other areas. But if it's within 30 minutes off the highway, we could do that on the way back. And we may only go to 2 stores instead of 3. I try to do 3, a minimum of 3 stores when we're doing shop hops. But, you know, maybe we only do 2. And then I go in, you know, sometimes the shops may have to adjust their hours. I don't think Hancock's or Paducah is going to be willing to adjust their hours for a bus trip. And I'm thinking it's because when I can ask, but when I see the quilt show I just went to, they don't have near as many workers as they used to have, although I never did have to wait in a long line. They don't have the same long hours. They're not open like they used to be. And because you used to could leave the quilt show and then go to Hancock's or Paducah, you didn't have to worry about leaving the show early to make sure that you got to Hancock's. Now, if you don't leave that show and go to Hancock's before 5 o'clock, Hancock's or Paducah is closed and you ain't going. So if you doing a 1 day in Paducah, you're going to miss Hancock's because they're going to close. They used to stay open till like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or something. Trying to make sure I'm in the right spot here. So, yeah. Hancock's or Paducah, it's an experience. It's more of an experience because you can buy $13 to $15 a yard fabric. And they have the fabric sorted by fabric manufacturer. And then within that fabric manufacturer, they'll have lines by people. And the thing is, within that line, you might have all $15 fabric, but then they might have 3 or 4 bolts that might be marked $5.99 or $6.99. And that's the joy of trying to find the stuff that's $5.99 or $6.99 mixed in with the $15.99 a yard fabric. So that's kind of what I do. I don't buy unless I know I need it for something. Like if I saw it and I go, okay, this would be perfect. I'm working on a bag. This will be perfect on that bag. I'll buy it. I buy any of my fabric if I need it or want it to do something. But if I'm just buying because I'm at the store and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, even if it's one of my designers, I'm not buying it unless I'm getting it for $5.99 or $6.99. Okay. So, yeah. Every once in a while, they might have a scrap table. You just never know if they're going to have it. And then you might can find some deals on the scrap table. Yeah, the quilt museum is also there. Well, let's see. My daughter calls me. No. Gail says, when I met you, that was my first time in Paducah. I did not buy anything the first day. I was overwhelmed in Hancock, shaking my head. Girl, yes. And people are everywhere, but they got cutters. Them cutters know how, they have trained them people how to take your money fast, okay? Because they take your money fast. And they real polite, nice. I've never had anybody grumpy in Hancock's. I've never had one grumpy person. Somebody else may have, but I haven't. And it could be a very stressful thing, you know, especially for those people that are only working during the quilt show, because it's not that many workers in there when you go on a regular day. And that's why I would need to let them know that I'm coming, because they would have to have more people in there. Or if they are there, they might be working in a warehouse, because Hancock's do, I believe, probably about 80% of their sales probably are online easily, I think. Okay, we're done. Well, we're done with that part. Sewing these rows together. Now we're just going to clip them apart because I don't think I'm going to deal with them like this. So let's leave 2 together. And we're going to take this middle out. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We have no sashing. I'm going to cut it too. I'm just going to not cut the other one apart. I know where the bottom parts are. I did not leave one stitch in between this one. Not one. All right, that's row number 1. This is row number 2. Row number 1, we're going to press to the right. The other quilt shop in Paducah is Calico Country. I'm trying to remember, did we? Yeah, we did go there. I think Kevin and I went there. It's on the same street. It's just right. It didn't move, did it? It's on the same main drag. Exit number 4. Kevin, that's for you. My block is too big to press in my little small space. I got to scoot it down. I don't know what size these blocks are. I thought they were 12 inches, but maybe they bigger. Because they not fitting on my mat. My mat's bigger than 12 inches. Cut this iron on because it ain't even on. Before I put brown water all over my quilt top. Kevin to my woman with her exits. Yes. Let's see. Miss Sheila said Cherrywood is there too. See, that was one on the main road, and I'm not sure which one is on the main road. It actually had a lot of fabric in it. It was packed in there, but they had a lot of fabric, and I didn't go to another one there. I only remember going to one. And I know at one point Paper Pieces was there, the place where you get your foundation, not foundation paper. Yeah, foundation paper piecing, where you do like your grandmother's flower garland or your millefeuille quilts. That used to be there. I'm not sure if that's still in Paducah or not. Sue says Hancock staff is fabulous. Yes, they are. Hey, Joe Cormel Perkins, welcome to the chat, lady. She just getting off work. Gail said, someone in Hancock told me about the mystery bag. I got some beautiful fabrics. Yes, I just ordered. Oh, that's the thing. Other thing I didn't show you all. I did do some sewing. I had ordered some fabric. I bought some fabric when I was there in Paducah. And then I just recently ordered 2 mystery bags, and they had some of that fabric that I just bought in there. From one of my favorite designers. But I know why they had it in there, because it was at the end of the road for that line, and they were just trying to get rid of it. Because when I bought it, I couldn't even get the border print in one piece. I had about 3 bolts, and I had them unwrapping all of them, and it just wasn't gonna pan out. So this is row number 1, and this is row number 2. We got time. After I do when I sew row 1 and 2 together. Okay, so we're gonna press this. Where is my number 2? Did it come out? Oh, shucky shucky. Okay, this is the top. I better put some more identifying numbers on this stuff when I take it apart. It's all saying the same thing because I didn't put the row number at the beginning. I only put it on the beginning of the first one. That's not going to work. But yeah, so they do have some decent mystery bags. You can get some good ones sometimes, and sometimes you'll get some duds. Sometimes I'll get all boutiques. This time I was like 50-50 with the fabrics. 50-50. I had a lot of panels, and I prefer to pick my own panels. So I wasn't really happy with I ordered 3. I think it was 3 mystery bags. And some of them had duplicate fabric from one bag to the next too. But Hancock's of Paducah, they're probably one of the few companies that ordered like 3 and 4 bolts of the same fabric. So just trying to get this seam pressed the other way. All right, and then we're going to sew this because if it wasn't for the fact that I put all the tape at the top of the blocks, I would be confused right now. Oh my goodness. This is number 1 on top. I just want to get it so it's not all getting wrinkled up here. And it's all out flat together. About. And I'm just going to put a pin at my block intersections because it doesn't seem like we're doing a whole lot of over pinning today. I normally pin for my newbies, but yeah, not today. I'm going to sew this one. Then I'll show you this section. And then it'll be like 9:45. Then I'll show you that I finished it's another scrap club project, so I can't tell you the name of it. But I finished my quilt with using the border fabric that I was just talking about. So let me sew these 2 together. Get a press. Because I'm just trying to get this off of my need to be sewn. Just to get it out of here. So, because I forgot all about this quilt. I just forgot to lay it out, and then I never brought it back to finish it. So I'm like, today we're working on cave projects. Get this stuff out of here. All right. Where's my pen? It's right there. Just want to come up here. Go in the middle. Uh-oh. It'll go out. I'm looking at your bobbin is low light, but it normally has a lot more to go. It's not like regular sewing machines. It gives you warning way ahead of time. But it doesn't stop you from sewing unless it's totally out. I really love that about the Bernina. It doesn't stop you from sewing. All right. Okay. This K-facet fabric is shit. I got a lot of fray threads, y'all. See, handcuffs might adjust the hours for one day if they knew you were bringing a bus full. I always talk to people. I know how to talk to those store owners. I can get them to do some things they don't normally do, but I got, you got to be nice to them. I like cherry wood. I got beautiful dyed fabrics there. Amen, T. I went to Hancock's Paducah one time and I was so overwhelmed. I think I just stood there. Thank goodness we had 2 days there so we could return after I got over the initial shock. Yes. That's why I said it's an experience more than anything. And you can go into the front part of their warehouse. That's where they store the pre-cuts and kits. Honey, please. When you think all you see, when you walk in, you see this big open room and then you realize the pre-cuts and kits are somewhere else. They're not even out there. It's funny. But you can't go into the back of their warehouse. It's clearly marked off where you shouldn't be. That's for sure. You know what I didn't do is I don't think I'm gonna put a border on this. I should have backstitched at the beginning. I did not. Let's cut that. And then I'm gonna just go down here and resew because, well, I'm not gonna worry about it because none of my block seams are, because I didn't know they were gonna be on the outside edge. So I'll just have to stay stitch my edge of my quilt. All this fraying. Just stop. All right, let's press this open. Then I can show you rows 1 and 2. Don't have to worry about tape right now since I just put it on today. So that's good. Those blocks are gorgeous. Thank you, Gail. And if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button. That's from Darcy and me. Thank you. All right, let's see. Okay, I keep wanting to use this hand, especially when I've got long stuff, because it helps with sliding, but you know, gotta be careful. Don't want to be in pain on here. I'm gonna put it back up here instead of holding it with my hand. And on the, okay. That. And this. All right. Now, you're not going to be able to see all of this, guys. Right here. What I have. Oops. That's 2 rows. All right. That's enough of being productive. We'll put this to the side right now. All right. I didn't show y'all that I did finish the handles on the bag. So I did do some sewing. Remember, I had only had one of these handles stitched down. So I did, on the last time I sewed, I did this bag and we only had one of these of the 4 stitched down. So they're all stitched down onto the bag. This is the other set. I really like this. Everybody, I've taken it and showed it to show and tell a couple places and they really like it too. And then remember I had the bias binding that I cut for my quilt with this stripe because it was a straight stripe and I wanted a diagonal. Fly just came through here again. And so I got that done so I can sit that over here so I know where it is. And my quilt top, I was mitering the last, not the last border. I was mitering the border fabric border. The border print border, which is this one. This is the border that I was working on. I had one more corner I needed to miter when I left you guys. So I got that all done. I'm just trying to show you the edge of this quilt. And then I added on the final blue border, which is hard to see when you've got the whole quilt, but this is my total border. Let me do that. It's got 5 pieces of fabric in the final border. And my stripe on here is a flange that I have temporarily basted down. And then as I quilt it on my long arm, I'll take them out. I didn't want it to get caught in my hopper foot. That could be dangerous to a long arm or sewing machine. And so I stitched mine with my sewing machine so I didn't have to stitch it at the long arm when I got to the long arm. So I did that. And then as I'm stitching it, I'll pull it out so I don't have to pull it all out after the fact. It's a big fly too, y'all. But yeah, so it has 5 different fabrics in the border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is part of a border print. And then this here is the part of this same border print. These 2 stripes were in the same border print. It's got little speckled fabrics in the background of this fabric. And then I happen to have this black in my stash. No, one of the Teaquilters sent me this just recently. And I'm so bad, y'all. Please forgive me. I can't remember the name. It was somebody from New York sent me this. And I ended up using that. And then the other, the blue butterfly print. Let me turn it around. You can't even see that. The blue butterfly print is part of this fabric line from Timeless Treasures. I don't forgot the name of it, but they put in this, they were almost out of this. So you ain't going to find too much of it at Hancock's or Paducah. That's why I ended up buying it at either $5.99 or $6.99 a yard. Okay. Because a girl likes a good deal. And this is one of my favorite fabric designers by Timeless Treasure, Chunga Wang. If you all don't know her, look her up. But this butterfly was part, this stripe was part. So I got 1, 2, 3 with the border print. And that was it. I had those 3, and then I had to add the other fabric once I got home. The navy blue in the border, the black, the grunge background, and then this light blue is also a grunge print. So I used 2 grunge prints and a batik. So got it done, y'all. It's about 85 by 87 now. The measurements that they gave me for all my borders worked except the blue border. The measurements that they gave me was 81 and 85 to cut. And I had to cut about 2 inches off. It was like 2 inches too long. So I don't know what happened with that part. So I don't know what size. This quilt is not as long as they said it is, or mine didn't come out as long as they said it did. But it's square, everything works. So I don't know what happened. I increased. They had the top border higher than the side borders. I did all of that, and I must have missed one somewhere. I don't know, but it's not. I don't want to put this back there in that bag because I'll never see it again. But yeah, I might try to see if I can quilt this. But I'm trying to load a truck for retreat. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I don't have time to quilt for myself. Craziness. But this fabric they actually put into my mystery bag. It wasn't the fabric they gave me. They gave me yardage that I couldn't find when I was in the store because I bought panels. And I wish I had that yardage when I was making this, but I ended up using the panel. I don't in the blocks. But yeah, so this is a scrap club project, so that's why I'm not telling you the name. Okay. That's why you join the scrap club. If the scrap club is where you get the list, eventually you're going to see it. I haven't even done the show and tell from last year. I've been so busy doing stuff that I haven't even done that. And I haven't even done the video or taken down the mystery. So if you're trying to get the mystery, people have been asking me for patterns. How do they get the mystery? It's in the YouTube videos. There is no written instructions. I'm showing you as I go what you need to cut. So you need to go back to January. There's 2 videos in January. One is telling you what your fabric requirements are. And then the second one in January tells you your first part of the mystery for sewing. And then after that, once a month through May, you get a part. So part 2 in February, same month. 3 in March, 4 in May. No, 4 in April, 5 in May. So there was 5 sewing sessions to finish the mystery quilt. I just haven't had time, y'all. It's been a lot going on. So yeah. Say love the blues. Better than 2 inches too short, right? But if it was, I'd figured that out too. I'm a person that if I was 2 inches short, I would have put cornerstones in that border, okay? Because I'm very creative on the spot. I don't even let that stuff worry me. But yeah, but I love the quilt. I'm just so used to having scrappy quilts that I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Those blocks are gorgeous. Thank you, Gail. She's talking about the scattered stars. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Kevin says, I've been able to complete 2 Bonnie Hunter quilt centers, and the piece borders didn't have the fabrics here to attach inner borders. Okay. Tracy says, Free Spirit fabric frays more than any other fabric line to me. Kona, the new Kona phrase, bad. You cut it and I cut in my long arm, get to this room, and I got stuff flying all around, y'all. And then it's already it's fraying before I get to the sewing machine. It's terrible. And that's why I said I'm gonna have to find me a new solid once I run out of my and I know Jackman's has a different solid because they're mixing in with the Kona until they get the Kona out of their stash. So, but I'm gonna be testing that because I haven't cut it yet. I bought some, but I haven't cut it. People say they love the colors. It's beautiful, very bright and beautiful. Pretty tee, pretty bag. Love the colors. So that's on the bag. The quilt is coming along beautifully. Love the bag. They talking about the previous quilt. I guess blue quilt is very pretty. It's so nice. And then your quilt is beautiful. Thank you. And then nice. Love the blues. And let's see. Bonita talking about my birthday in December. I bet it is. Joe Cormel says, love your quilt top. Yeah, I really, like I said, I really love the fabric. And so I'm going to wait until I get it quilted and see how I feel about it. It's not that I don't like this. I do love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm just so used to looking at scrappy quilts. Is that crazy or what? It's just crazy. If I think this would make a pretty bed quilt. It's very simple. It's just the borders were more complex than anything else. Because you're putting on 5 borders. The block piecing on this was pretty easy. I would add one more border if I wanted to put it on my bed, but it would have to probably be in the print. And I don't even know I can't remember if I got 1 piece or 2 piece in the mystery bag, but I know I got at least 1 piece. I don't know if I even have enough to put a border on it. Let's see let's just say that it's 83 inches by 79. I don't know. I haven't measured it now. So even at 80, I would need like 8-inch border on each side in order to make it for my queen bed. So I would still have to do some stuff, you know. Marge Abel says, I love the paintbrush brand of solids. Okay, that's good to know. Paintbrush brand. And I can't remember what the ones is that I got from Jackman. So thank you for that. See, Sue talking about T, you inspire me. And then Marge talking about you can send it to me. I love it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I want to quilt it because I've got that blue denim fabric that I had bought the whole boat of from Checker. I'm thinking I just might put that on here because it's blue. Normally, I don't really care about what's on the back of my quilts, but since it's here and it's 108 and I don't have to piece it, that would make it really quick and I can actually maybe quilt something of mine. But, I got like, I kid you not, I probably got about 75 quilt tops needing to be quilted, y'all. It's sad. And I probably have another, I'm gonna say about 15 that probably have been quilted and don't have binding, okay? Just crazy. Sue says she's had good result with paintbrush. Okay. So yeah. It's 9:55, y'all. Now I haven't finished all of my rows, but I do have everything connected. I am gonna get these and put a number on here because I just got alphabet. But I know where it is because it's at the top. I need to do that before I walk up out of here, and then I'll be like confused. So that's row number 3. Because I don't know what I was doing, y'all. That's 3. Before I come in here and start taking stuff away. This is 4. And then this one is 5. I'm at the meeting, probably just talking, having a good time. I didn't realize I didn't put them row numbers all the way down. Just put it on the top block, and that was it. The top block of the column. But that's not going to help me when I'm in the middle of the quilt. All right, so these 2 are next to be sewed. They're the 4 and 5 so that I can add 3 to 1 and 2. I'm just going to fold this stuff up just so I have it all here. I'm not going to work on it because I don't have time to sew anymore. I'll be back with you guys whenever I sew next. We will finish this up. You will be with me. So I'm not going to take anything else apart. But I got one that I can get out of here. Well, technically 2. This one and this one can come out. This is the layer cake that I used. It was all in the basket. But you can see how many of the fabrics are still here from me cutting those blocks back there. And then I went and started using scrap because I didn't want to use, they had 2 and 3 of the same layer cake. So I just took 1 layer cake out of here. And then I put this back on here just so that I can know the name of the partial layer cake that I'm now using, which is called K-Facet Collective August 2022. Yeah. And it's in the warm color. They have the cool and the warm. So this is the warm color. So yeah. I still had the thing in here. That's what I cut those. But then I went into my scraps and said, we are not repeating any more fabrics. No more than 2 of each fabric. I've had good results with paintbrush. Only 31 days to retreat. Yes, Joe Cormel. Well, we almost at 30 now, a couple hours. Remo says good night to everybody. Before we are done, remember to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Darcy, for the reminder. Linda is asking, how often do you go live? I'm live on Saturday nights, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I normally do live sewing chat, so I do large hauls if I have a lot. And then other times I might just throw it in. I do mail calls, things like that. And then on Wednesdays, I am live 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour, just live chat. Sometimes I'm sewing, like now. I'm not sewing any other time, but when I'm live, if I'm home, so I might be sewing. But most of the time, there's no telling what I'll be doing on Wednesdays. Sometimes I just come in and do just a straight chat because I don't feel like pulling a project. Ooh. I don't know. Sue, I just showed like 3 projects. And none of them are Missouri Star projects. So I don't know which one you're talking about, but the answer would be no. Thank you, Darcy, for also answering the question of Linda. So that's going to be it, guys. It is 10 o'clock on the dot. So you all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone. And quilt out. See you Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also join my Facebook group, Teaquilts LLC. When you join, go back out and then search for the group again. And then it'll tell you that you need to answer the 4 membership questions. Okay? See you later. Bye. Also, I will see the scrap quilters via Zoom tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye-bye.